Hello guys, how are you today? I'm here to show you my design team project for February for Tracy Fox Love Junk Journals on Etsy. I will link Tracy's store below. The name of the kit that I'm using is Patchwork Background, is what I think it is, yes. And it's navies and different colors, and you'll be able to find it. So this is an attache case made out of a book. It's brilliant, and the brains behind it was Tracy. She designed this, and she has a class. So I can't teach you how to make this, but I can sure show you how neat it is and how fun it is. And I will tell you, it was a very fun class. And I took it, and yeah, it was lots of fun. So this is one of her classes. If you go to Love Junk Journals, you will see she has 2 classes, I believe, and this is the attache. Okay, let me pull up a chair so we can look at it and I can show you how cool it is. Now, Tracy has videos on this book also, where she did flip throughs and showed you, and she probably could give you way more details than me. But I will show you what I did with this book. Okay, so I decided immediately I was going to use this patchwork background paper because I loved it. And I love navy. You know, navy and red are my 2 favorite colors. Yes, I'm American. That's not why. Excuse me, I had to take a drink. So, it has these cool closures. This one has a grommet, and this one down here has a brad. And you just untwist it with this hemp string that I put navy beads on that are kind of iridescent. Yeah, so this is the front. It is a piece of heavy-duty cardstock, okay, with muslin behind it that is frayed, okay? Now, the front of the book here is done the same way with the muslin behind it. You stitch everything, and it has a lot of stuff I stitched on this book. So this, and the attache, it's not a book, I'm sorry. This is 9.5 by 6. 9.5 by 6. I'm going to leave that out so I can measure some other stuff. So I just want you to see how beautiful her book is. It's not a book. You know what I'm saying. Okay, so I used navy thread to make it. And here is the inside. Woohoo! Introducing the inside. Accordion sides. Here is the spine on the book that was used to put this all together. It does have to be a pretty good size book, which is cool because that just means you can get more in there. This book, I'm going to call it a book, okay, because it does have a book in it, but it's an attache. It does, normally, whatever color this is on the back, but I went ahead and add this on the back because I liked the way the front looked. So needless to say, I went in here and I had some vintage fabric, and I made these tabs with muslin and then the vintage fabric. There is 5 sections on the inside of this book. And okay, so we're going to start. She kind of designed this with embellishments in mind for whoever is wanting to learn how to junk journal, or just for any reason, for their own junk journals, or just to have fun having them in this attache. Okay, now back to the container here in the front. So you can see the inside, how it's decorated on the back sides. It's not on the front sides because you don't see the front sides. But all these are stitched, which is really cool. Okay, everything is zigzagged, it seems like. So what I'm going to do is, my table is not cooperating with me. Okay, so we're going to start in here. This has a journal in it. It has a folio in it. It has tags and envelopes. It has a little pouch that holds your envelopes and journaling cards. And you'll see. Okay, so let's start with taking out the small journal. Okay, so I'm going to move that back out of the way. See if I can keep it from falling over. Okay, so this is the small journal that I did. You can design it as far as that goes. You can design it however you want. This is a, let's see, an 8 by 5.5 size journal. And I put the paper on the outside. You can put the canvas on the outside, or you can put the paper on the outside. And I did the paper. I did add a couple of those iridescent beads. Let me get the beads stuck in there. The same blue beads. I did add some of this vintage fabric. I stitched around it, around the whole outside of it, and then I put it on each place that was pierced for your journal. And then I'm going to show you the inside. I inked it really dark, but this is the inside of the canvas. Okay, so I'm going to show you real quick. I'm going to count the pages as we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So it's got 16 pages. So that gives you like 32 doing both sides. Okay, so this is what the journal looks like on the inside. You get to design it, or you can take things from the attache and make things and put into it yourself. Okay, so I'm going to set that to the side, and that way we'll have everything out. So now I'm going to pull out the pouch. Now the pouch, I think, is great. But this one doesn't have anything to make it open wider. So it's just a thin little pouch, and I add a little tab right here. I really put this tab in the wrong spot. I should have put it back here. But it can be either place. It's not that big a deal. So I did some tea staining to index cards for the inside of the envelopes. And I thought you could do that. And then I decorated a couple envelopes. And so I want to show you those. This is a tea stained envelope. This has muslin here on the back of this, and these cute little florals of Tracy's. And it's got a tea card I cut out that's on the back of this label. Yeah, so that's for one of them. And the other one is done just slightly different. Oh, this is a label that has a butterfly on it. That's what this was. And it's like double layered behind it. I did the little bugs and butterflies. This is out of the mini items. Okay, so that's the 2 cards that are inside, or the 2 envelopes that are inside the pouch. If you don't want to make a pouch, I can't hang on to it. You don't have to, but I definitely think it's a cool thing to have in there. And you could come up with other things for the inside. You don't have to do the same things. But Tracy does teach you briefly on how to make the folio and the journal and so forth, and some of the tags and stuff. So this is our folio, and I did decorate the front of that also. So now I also did a folio. Oh, I love this. The folio is fun. I'm going to move these over a little bit. So the folio looks pretty much like some of the rest of it, doesn't it? Let me measure it. It is 7.5 by 5.25. And I did not decorate the back. You could if you wanted to. But you can see everything is stitched. I mean, there's a lot of sewing. You don't have to put the stitching on there if you don't have a sewing machine. But I like the way it looks. I just kind of did a squiggly sewing around a couple times on this muslin that I had stamped on. We did a video a few weeks back where we did stamping on all kinds of textures. Well, this is one of the things that we stamped. And so I just added a T card and then one of the little mini butterflies. So we're going to flip this open. Yay. So we have these 2 flaps right here, okay? Now, this is a thin pocket right here. Down at the bottom, I put a label with a little butterfly and a bigger butterfly up here. And then inside, I just made a simple little tag. These are all labels, and I just zigzagged down the middle, stitched around here with a couple messy lines. You journal on the back. Fits down in there perfect. Then over here is a tag side pocket. So the tag itself, you make the tag separate. It's collaged with like 3 or 4 different things. It's got music sheet. It's got another one of Tracy's digitals. And then it has book page and a label right here that's Tracy's. And then one of her butterflies. Now, we took sari silk, or I did, and I kind of crumpled it up and stitched it up the left side of the tag and then put some in the punched hole at the top of the tag and stitched around, okay? Now, I made a different tag to go behind it so you could see it is a side tuck. This is a simple tag also. Did not cut the corners off on this one. Just put some thread through there. Not thread. It's called, oh my goodness. Is it jute? Maybe? Okay. Anyway, I did 3 T-cards on the front. I matted the one in the middle and stitched around it, but didn't on these 2 here. And you can journal on the back. Very, very simple. Everything in here is very doable, okay? So now we're going to flip this open and see, you can see how long this is. I'm going to move some stuff so you can see it better. There we go. You can see that it's super long. So let me see if I can measure how long it comes out to. Let's see, 1 or 2, 4, 6. Okay, here's 12. Let me get right there. 14, 15, 16 and a half. So it comes out to 16 and a half this long ways. So as you can see, there's giant pockets, 2 giant pockets right here and right here. My word for this year is kindness. So I put that right there on the little label. And I made up a bunch of out of manila paper. I made up a bunch of tags at different shapes. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a fold out. 5, 6. So you'll have 6 tags that you can decorate and do your own thing, which I think will be fun. Or you can use them as patterns. You know, there's a lot of different things you can do with them. And then you just put them right back in here until you're ready to take them out. These are flaps over here. I would not make them pockets because it'd be pretty bulky. So I just added 2 of Tracy's watercolor flowers that just came out. And in this pocket, she designed it where you can put this blue in and out. I made it snug where it would stay. I didn't want it to come out, basically. And then I put this quote sheet here. And then we've got tea stain paper, you know, so it's like a little flap with papers. And I just stitched across, this paper here, this navy with this square on it. It goes all the way down into the inside of the pocket. So if you want to pull it out, you can, but I've got mine in there snug. You just wouldn't want it to be as snug as mine. Okay, so that is the end, or the inside of the folio, and it folds, goes like this, and then you have your folio. I think I have one more thing. Yes, there's still room for more even after this one more thing. I made a stack of tags. So I made 4 tags. I'm going to swing them out, and I fixed it where you can untie them and use them separately. They have 2 tea cards in them. They have a butterfly and a flower tea card with the pocket in the front. There's another one. They are all made out of the patchwork print. There's another one. And there's another one. So these are cute. I just tied it and fixed it. Where did the end of my other string? Oh, there it is. I'm like, what happened to my other string? So I'm going to bring out everything. Well, first I'll bring out our folio. Not our folio, but our attache. Here it is. I'm really proud of this book. When I first watched her video, I was like, yikes, that's going to be hard. But it wasn't. And as I started watching it, I realized, no, it's not going to be hard. Okay, so you need to go over and check out our class because it is definitely well worth the money. Okay, so here's the attache. Here is the folio. I'm going to just prop it right up there. And here is the journal. And the pouch. I'm going to put the pouch over here on one side. Yeah, just like that. And the tags and journaling cards. We'll put them right there. So, this is I am going to sell this, but not until I make my second one, because I want to make sure I've really got it down. So, it will be sewed in the future, and I'll give you a heads up when that happens. So, I hope you enjoyed my video. I hope you'll go over and check out the patchwork background kit and check out the attache class. And she has a planner class. So a complete planner. So you need to go check that out for sure. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this video. And I love you guys. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.